Welcome to our new series, Pimcore on Steroids. This series is about how Data Director enhances the user experience of the Pimcore backend to make daily work in Pimcore more efficient. Data Director is known for its flexibility and performance concerning imports, exports, automation, and workflows. But in addition to that, its purpose is to enhance all areas of data maintenance, data governance, and data integration. Thus, it extends some Pimcore core features, and this is what this series Pimcore on Steroids is about. First topic is the element tooltips, which you see here on the left side. I've prepared a Pimcore data model with some brands, and below the brands there are products. And on the right side you see some categories and suppliers and assets. But in Pimcore default, the tooltips, which you see here when you hover a menu item or data object in the tree, the information is really minimal. You see the ID and the class name. Pimcore supports a feature to change this, which is here documented, but it involves some coding, and especially in real life, clients often do not know that this feature actually exists. So Data Director contains an implementation of the tooltips where you can configure the fields to be shown in the tooltips without any programming. I have now enabled this feature, and when I move the mouse over a data object now, in this case a product, then you will see its SKU, its name, if it is available in the shop, and, for example, an image. And when we look inside this object, this is really the data which the object contains. SKU we see there, the name, in this case my backend is in English, so we see the English name, and available in shop. This is this checkbox, it's not checked, but when I change it and resave the object, then it will also be green in the tooltip. And to configure those fields which get shown here, we go to class definitions for the product class, and all fields which are visible in grid view, those will also be shown here in this tooltip. So for SKU, this is checked, visible in grid view, also for name. For example, for the supplier relation, it is not checked. For images, it is checked, and so on. And if you want to add another field to the tooltip, then you simply select also this checkbox, visible in grid view, save the class, and then it will be also visible in the tooltip. Here we see brand in the middle, brand ACM. In this case, it is duplicate information because the brand is also here in the tree, but you can enable any field in the class definition to be shown also in this tooltip. So without any programming, you can configure what information to see, and this can help in the daily work to make it more efficient and to immediately see maybe also problems. For example, if the product is not available in the shop, and then the user can check what reasons this could have. So Data Director implements this feature out of the box, but of course, if you or your client want to see different information, you can follow the documentation and it will simply work. So it is only a default implementation, but as soon as you override it, you can show whatever you want. So Data Director has a configurable implementation with which you can use to configure the fields which are shown in the tooltips. On one hand, this can help companies to configure the tooltips themselves without any programming effort. And on the other hand, this can help agencies to show their clients that Pimcore actually has this feature, and then maybe get another order to customize this tooltip. So for both, this feature has some benefits. So this is the first feature. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.